So it's been a rough start to Unrivaled for the Phantom. They have played 2 games, lost one by 40, and lost the other one by, 15? One by 40, the other one by 15, could have been 30 to be honest. But still, they are not a good team. They're not a good team at all. And their best player, Sabrina Ionescu, might not be there tomorrow. So, they play at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. It is currently 7 p.m. Eastern time today. And where is Sabrina Ionescu? 5,000 miles away. She is 5,000 miles away at the NBA game in Paris. And obviously, look, she had prior commitments and, had to be there. So it's not like a knock on Sabrina Ionescu necessarily. But, she obviously had to be at there. But, I've never seen Cameron Brink look small, by the way. Wembanyama is about 7'6". Because Cameron Brink's not 6'4". I've seen her stand beside Jimmy Butler. She's not 6'4". She's about 6'6". So Wembanyama is at least, he's about 7'5", 7'6". Wait, Ionescu's team plays in 25 hours. She's currently in Paris. The Phantoms 0-2 as Ionescu skipping this week games. So it's one of those things where a lot of people are going to be saying, oh no, she'll be back for the game. It is a 10-hour flight going that way, going against the wind, by the way. And if you guys don't know what's currently happening right now in the Atlantic Ocean, there is one of the worst storms that Western Europe is ever going to see. I'm in Leeds right now. I'm in the north of England. I don't know, my flight to get home is 5 p.m. tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get home. And I literally have to go. I don't have to go across the Atlantic Ocean. I just have to cross the Irish Sea, where the winds are nowhere near as bad as they are in the Atlantic Ocean. Even if Sabrina Ionescu can get on the plane, it is a 12-hour flight. With the way the winds are, it is going to be a 12-hour flight, at least, for her to get back. And you know what? She'll be in business class, so it's not going to be too bad. But also, I've been to NBA games in Paris in a corporate setting. The networking events and the big things don't end till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, obviously Sabrina Ionescu is probably not going to be there, but she's going to be there for a bit of them, more than likely. And if she has not left already, which is unlikely, game ends 10 p.m. And I don't think she's got a private jet to fly over the Atlantic. I don't think any plane that small would fly over the freaking Atlantic against the wind like this. So she's probably on a commercial flight, and there is a near 0% chance, if she is flying out tomorrow, that her flight is not delayed at least 3 to 4 hours because of the storm. There is a horrific storm that there was a red yellow warning. All schools in Ireland shut down. All universities shut down because they literally tomorrow don't want people to leave the house in Ireland. They don't think it's safe for anyone to leave their house in Ireland right now. You might be saying, what does Ireland have to do with Paris? If you know geography, you don't have to go over Ireland to go from Paris to America, but you have to freaking go over the Atlantic Ocean. You have to go over the Atlantic Ocean, and all the wind is coming from the Atlantic Ocean. The storm is coming from the Atlantic Ocean. It's basically a hurricane. What is it? Is it a category? We don't have really hurricanes here. So, I want to see, they compared it, they were a similar thing to a hurricane. Supposedly, the entirety of Ireland might go. It is the equivalent of a Category 4 hurricane that is happening in the gigantic ocean between Paris and Miami. So I think there is I would say, 20% chance Sabrina Ionescu makes it on time. Because unless she's literally, and again, the wind is there in the Atlantic Ocean, so I don't know how she's going to do it. I don't know how she's going to make it there in time. And look, I'm guessing that the plan was to make it there on time. I'm guessing she wasn't just taking the time off, but just due to the weather. And the Phantom they were already down a player, and obviously Heideman's okay. But like they were terrible with, like, Sabrina's been their best player, but they're terrible with Sabrina. They're going to be embarrassingly bad without her. Like, there is a near certainty Sabrina Ionescu misses this game. And it's going to be rough. Katie Lou's going to have to step up. I can't believe the statement, Katie Lou Samuelson is going to have to step up, has been used. That line has not been used since Katie Lou was at UConn. Someone saying that she needed to step up. It has not been used since she was at freaking UConn. But now Katie Lou has got to step up because Sabrina's probably not going to be there. Like, almost, I would say there's like again, it's probably in the 25% range. If she hasn't, like, look, it's 11 p.m. right now. The game ended a couple of hours ago. Unless she has some sort of midnight flight out of Paris, which I don't know if there's a flight there. There's definitely not. Or unless Unrivaled literally chartered a plane for her to go privately, which I still think is dangerous given the winds. I don't see her. I don't see her being back for the game. And it's not going to be a great look for Unrivaled, is it? When the quote-unquote almost face of the league, the highest paid player, misses a game in week 2 for being stuck in Paris. As a positive, she should be back by Saturday. There's no reason for her not to be back by Saturday. The storm really is supposed to calm down by Friday night. She'll probably be able to get out of Paris tomorrow. It's just, again, like, for her to make it to Paris, she's got to be able to get out of it, or for her to make it to the game, she's got to be able to get out of Paris by midday, which I don't see happening. I genuinely don't see it happening, because every flight in Scotland at that time has already been cancelled. A lot of flights in Dublin have been cancelled. A lot of flights in the north of England, a lot of flights all over England have already been cancelled for that time. So unless she can get out in the next 12 hours, which if she's going commercial is extremely unlikely, and yeah, it's not looking great for Sabrina Ionescu making it back in time for game 3. And it would be one thing if this was like a good team. They've been so embarrassingly bad, and now their best player is probably gone. Like, it could not be worse. It genuinely could not be worse if you are somebody that is a fan of Sabrina, or if you're a fan of who picks a team in Unrivaled yet? If you were a fan of the Phantom, it's just disaster, an absolute disaster situation, which, to be fair, is nobody's fault other than, I don't know, the way, depending on your religion, maybe you've got like a god of wind. I don't know, like, if somebody believes in that, maybe there is someone at fault. Otherwise, there's no individual involved directly in Unrivaled, or no individual involved directly in the NBA that is responsible for this. If she misses it, it'll be the wind.